excites you the most about this group of linebackers you have?
You know what? I think we're trying to be a faster physical group. I think that's important, and I think the physicality, you're starting to see it with some of those guys, playing with their hands, the ability to strike and shed, what linebackers look like when you watch them, and the speed. Here's Thomas Davis. He had a really good day yesterday for us, made some big plays, and, I give him credit. Here he has been 15 years in the league, probably been in a few systems, but mainly one for the most part, and then coming and learning a whole new system, which is challenging, and to play fast like he's doing. So he's been impressive. He's really a good model for all of our guys to watch, like a true pro. Right. Well, I think there's areas definitely, where, I think understanding the defense, there's always that element of, we want him to play faster. And I think with a guy like Derwin, your job is to try to get him around the ball somehow. So I think we just keep learning him. What skill set he has, what he can do well and still be effective. So, I think he's still in that stage, trying some different things, what we're asking him to do.
Some more playmaking ability, maybe, if you can get him around the ball a little bit?
Yeah, I think when he's around the ball, he makes plays. It seems like it. So, I think just to continue to make sure that when he's really technically and fundamentally sound, along with his talent, he plays at a high level. So, Coach Miles and Chris Harris, they do a great job with him, just keeping him on those fundamental things and then just let his ability shine.
He had a birthday yesterday, turned 23. Is it kind of hard to forget that he's so young?
I know. There's no doubt. And just his maturity. He practiced yesterday, and sometimes when there's guys out there and they're trying to prove something, you see some late hits, some cheap hits. He really practiced like a pro. So he doesn't appear to be 23. He's kind of taken that step too. And so, you just continue to watch him grow every day. And he's got a lot of humility. Like after practice, he said, what, I messed up on a couple things I got to get right. We always say, what's the 3 most dangerous words? I got it. He doesn't believe that. He never has it. So when you have someone like that, who identifies their weaknesses, they have a chance to get even better.
Just another important of the preseason games for you. We know how you played last year, but you kind of want to just keep putting that same feeling.
Preseason's important. Just you're going against different players, like training camp, fall camp, and college. You're going against the same players throughout the months, and sometimes it's not saying it gets boring, but it's just like I want something different. You feel me? And I feel like that's what preseason comes into play. The joint practices come into play because you're seeing different things, you're reacting to different things. People move differently. The tempo is different. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. Sometimes you're going against a really big guy. Sometimes you're going against a really quick guy. But the fact that you can switch between those teams throughout the preseason and get adjusted and know how you're gonna play those blocks on the fly, that'll make you a better player in the long run. That's what I believe.
More expectations too, I would think. Right now you're a starter. I don't think you earned a starter role until late in the season last year. So part of it too, looking at yourself as a starter.
So I started the playoffs. And with them allowing me to do that, just showed that they had faith in me. You know what I'm saying? And for that, so me taking that role, then leading into my offseason, just like, okay, now I know I had to take the next step and become that player that they know I can be. You know what I'm saying? So that was my goal this offseason, to become that player that they know I can be and the player I know I can be. So that was my motivation this offseason.
And then the offensive line, you have a number of different parts and pieces that you're trying to take a look at. What do you want to see in terms of that offensive line that have a lot of new guys in there?
Well, there's a lot of new old guys. We got some young guys that we want to see.
Right.
Obviously, it's been great to see Forrest Lamp get some reps, and it was good. He had good work against the Rams. Now I think the next step is to see how we can progress into a game. It's a little bit different. It's a preseason game, a little bit different tempo. You're going against some good players. So we do have a lot of young guys. We've been flipping the tackles. It'll be good to see them in game action, just to see it. But we know about Sam. We know about Trenton. They both played for us. But it'd be good to see Trey, young guy who's looked really good in practice, and some of our other guys, because that's such an important area for you. Just to get some game reps will be good.
And as far as the wide receivers after Keenan, Mike, and Travis, just the competition there at 4 and 5 with Artavis and Jeremy and Andre, those guys seem to be making plays.
The preseason games is going to be a real test. In practice, a lot of times you can get information, get corrections while it's going on, because everybody's around or people are yelling at you. But when you go out there in the preseason game and you're on the field by yourself, that's a whole different animal, and that's the real test. The guys that can show up and make some of those plays in the preseason, the ones that can separate on their routes, that'll know their assignments, those are the ones that are going to make inroads to playing in games and being on the team.
Was it
In terms of energy, is this week different, thinking that you guys are going to be back on the field and there's the first preseason game coming up?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of energy. Definitely we don't gotta practice against ourselves anymore. We can go out here, have fun, and just enjoy the moment. Just getting ready for this game. Most of us haven't played since they left college. I haven't played since I got hurt. So it's definitely a lot of energy going, and I know a lot of us are excited to go out there and play and show what we got.
Is it exciting in general to get to this point, like being going?
Yeah, I mean, once it hit yesterday, I was like, it's game week, so I was very excited. Football is back finally, and we just get to go out there and have fun.
Hey, Des, you might get an opportunity to play against Kyler. Did you watch him at all in college, and are you interested to get an opportunity to play against him?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of him, not a lot, but I know what I do know about him. He's a very versatile quarterback. Great speed, great arm. A guy that's really smart, with the ball. So definitely looking forward to, if I do get the opportunity to play against him.
I know you're focused on your guys, but it doesn't sound like Murray's going to play a whole lot for them. Are you interested, though, to see what Kyler, will be his first game in the NFL, and what he might do?
I'm sure. I'm not sure how much he's playing. I mean, we really don't care. We know what guys we're going to play. It'd be exciting to watch him play. I mean, I think he's a heck of a football player. That's why he was first pick in the draft. He grew up 15 minutes from where I grew up, so I've known about him all his life. I knew his father. And so I know he's raised right. He's a solid young man, but he's been a winner on every level, high school, college, and I don't see that stop. I don't see him stop doing that in the pros. He's just a winner.
From the time these guys arrived at OTAs and such, you were talking about culture and being a professional, and now here we are a couple days from that first preseason, and you're talking about their minds right. What needs to happen in these next couple of days from your standpoint to get their minds right?
Well, you're going to learn a lot, Thursday night about some of these guys, because you see them all OTAs, mini camps, 2 weeks of training camp. Now you get to see them in a live game, and this is the real evaluation right here. Now we've had a lot of exposures, but this is the big one right here. So we'll learn a lot about the depth that we have, and we expect that depth to continue to get better and to continue to develop. A lot of young guys right now, and they're going to play. So I don't want to put too much into Thursday, but it'll be the first time we get a chance to see these guys in live games.
Come on, Bull fans, you want some more of this? Click subscribe, hit this button right here. Click this button right here and you can get all of this that you want. Come on, Bull fans.